Hello, my name is Jeff Smith and I'm with Journey Team, and today I wanted to share a few Outlook tips and tricks with you. These tips and tricks are in Outlook 2013, however many of them will work in previous versions, so you'll just have to, if you're on an older version, test what you have and see how that works out. These are all real quick little tips. Outlook is as I understand, the most widely used application in the entire world. Yet a lot of people don't know some little tips and tricks that can help make it work better for you and reduce the amount of time it takes you to manage your day and schedule your calls and keep up with people, etc. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to talk about is the reading pane. Now it's my preference to have the reading pane set over here on the side, but if we go up to the view menu and come over to reading pane, there are several options. Now some people like it turned off. One of the reasons I like it turned on is that it allows you to preview emails without opening them first, and this reduces the risk of you getting a virus on your machine. So the options are to the right, where I had it originally, off as it is now, and on the bottom. So you can set that at whichever way you prefer. Again, my preference is to the right because I get a preview of what the mail is and who it's from, and then I can see the contents of that email to the right. Next tip I want to share with you is right-clicking. Now, this is kind of a general Windows tip. However, right-clicking in Outlook does bring up a local menu that gives you lots of options, and I'm not going to try to go into all of those right now, but just a few. Move it to junk, do a reply, forward, etc. So that allows you quick access to all of these items without having to run all over the place and come up here and click on a different tab perhaps and go pick that menu item. So right click on items, brings up that local menu, and it's very, very useful. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about is the navigation bar, and that's this little area down here. Right now it is in its default view of a compact view, and there's alternatives to that. Right now it's kind of small, difficult to see. They're just little icons and may not be quite as meaningful, etc. So if we click on the three dots here, the ellipsis brings up a menu, and go to navigation options, and we can change that from compact navigation to a larger navigation, and we can also pick what items show up on that navigation bar and what order they're in and the number of items that actually show up in that. If I hit OK now, my navigation bar pops up down here, and that's a little I like that a little better, a little friendlier. This brings us on into the next one, which is hover over navigation items. So if you just real quick while you're in mail, etc., need to see a calendar, let's see what's a week from today. It's August 1st on this calendar. So it brings a little pop-up. You can dock that peak, which will this is called a peak. You can dock it, which will pull it up to larger. You can also search things. So if I go here to people and look for Jeffrey Smith, well, there I am, and I can click on that, and there's some more information, and I can send him an email, and I can hit the drop down here to get some additional information. So I have access to other items while I'm still within email without actually having to switch my entire view over to calendar or to people. So that's a real nice little shortcut, and I believe that's brand new with Outlook 2013. One of the things that I like in 2013 also is when we are replying to an email. I have an email selected here. I can go to reply. It by default replies within the same window, and our thread for the entire conversation is down through here. But if you need to reference something else, you can still pop that window out, and that'll bring it out into its own window, and then you can also, if you need to look at another email for some information from there to copy over or whatever, now you have it in a separate window where you can work with that. So you've got the option of doing it both ways in 2013, and I like that. Okay. Tip number 6 that I have today is rules. I use rules quite extensively. And what rules do is allow me to manage the volume of emails that come into my inbox. I receive a lot of emails from servers and systems indicating the status of things, and I like to file those away under the particular client that they belong to, etc. So if we right click on an email that comes in, we can go down to rules and we can create a rule. Now this is a process, it's a wizard that just steps you through, but basically you have a lot of different options. I can mark it as read, I can move it, I can delete it, I can do a lot of different things, far more things than I want to get into here, but just want to point out these rules are here. They're going to happen in the background and move that stuff around for you. So now that kind of brings me to a quick little point of, if I'm moving those items out of my inbox, how do I know they're there? Well, I always make sure that I have unread mail brought up here in my favorites, and if yours is not in your favorites, you should be able to scroll down under your account. Here's my primary account, and if I scroll down, there's unread mail, and if I right click on that, you would have add it to favorites. Since mine's already up there, the only option I have is to remove from favorites, but if you add it to favorites, it's going to show up. So all of those mails that have not been read are now right up here at the top in your favorites, and you'll see them right away. Here's a real quick little keyboard shortcut that I like. This is number 7, and that is if you hold down the Control, the Shift, and the M, hit the M key at the same time, you get a new message. So now I don't have to go new email or whatever. I'm just in something. I like keyboard shortcuts, and that one pops up a window for a new message for you. Out of office automatic reply is a real handy feature. This should be in all of them, but in 2013 we go to the File tab up here and we click automatic replies. Once you click automatic replies, it's going to run you through a real quick wizard of what reply do I want, what I want it to say. This is the reply for people within my organization. This is the reply for people outside of my organization. You can control when it's sent if you don't want it all day, and rules, etc. So I'll let you experiment with that to see what all you can do. But the automatic replies are handy if you're going to be out of the office on a trip, on a vacation, etc. Item number 9 is signatures. If you've used Outlook for a while, you're probably familiar with this, but new users may have seen signatures at the bottom of emails and wondered how people have done that. To get to that, we're going to go again to File, and we're going to go down to Options. Once we click on Options, we'll get that Options window, and if we go to Mail, here's the Signatures button, and that allows us to, if you don't have one, you can click New. You can come down here and put whatever you want in that particular signature, including graphics, etc. Save that, give it a name, then you pick the email account if you have multiple email accounts, and which of these signatures you would like to use with that email account. And last but not least is the quick access toolbar. That's this little guy up here, and I like to add just a couple things. One of them is quick print. I add that in just about all of my Office applications. You can hit the drop down to pick some things there. That also gives you access to customize the quick access toolbar. Well, excuse me, that's where we're here. We are in customizing it. But if we come down, let me go through that again. I'll hit that drop down, more commands. These are the popular commands, and you just pick which one you want. If I wanted to add a new meeting, I can pop that over there. If I don't see the one I'm looking for there, I can go to show me all the commands that are not in the ribbon, or just all commands that are there. So you can pick what items you want to put in that quick access toolbar, which is quite handy. So that's all of the tips that I have today. I hope you find those helpful, and I hope they save you some time while you're using Outlook to organize your day. Thanks.